are you good? Today let me start SST chapter number 5 Tribes, Nomads and Settled Communities यानी कि स्थायी खानाबदोश, ठीक है ना, खानाबदोश और स्थायी समुदाय जो The Turks, Afghans and Mongols had their own customs, traditions, value system, etc. These were different from the customs and practices prevalent in India at that time. The new and the existing practices merged and brought about many changes in the social lives of people on the subcontinent. Some of these changes were as follows. तो क्या क्या changes हुए थे जब ये लोग यहाँ पे आए थे? New social classes and castes emerged. The position of women also changed with the new social order. Changes in the lives of tribal groups. Changes in the caste system. जाति व्यवस्था में क्या बदलाव हुए, आइए पढ़ते हैं. During the early medieval period 800 to 1200 CE, the caste system continued to be rigid with four main castes: ब्राह्मण, क्षत्रिय, वैश्य एंड शूद्र, जैसा कि मैंने पिछले चैप्टर्स में आपको बताया है. The position of women declined and they were subjected to evil practices such as sati, जौहर, चाइल्ड मैरिज एंड पोलीगामी. अब ये अत्याचार महिलाओं पे होने शुरू हो गए, है ना. जैसे सती पति मर जाता है तो उसकी चिता पे उसको बिठा देना, जौहर करना यानी कि आग में कूद जाना, बाल विवाह कर देना. However, in South India, women were educated in various branches of learning and fine arts. During the Sultanate period 1206 to 1526 यानी कि 1206 से लेके 1526 तक, society was characterized by the segregation of two dominant communities, Muslim and Hindu. तो किसमें बट गई ये कम्युनिटी? दो कम्युनिटी बन गई, मुस्लिम और हिंदू. द कास्ट सिस्टम वाज रिगिड एंड कास्ट रूल्स वाज स्ट्रिक्टली फॉलोड, स्पेशली इन मैरिजेस एंड सोशलाइजिंग. Social evils such as the Purda system and Sati were widely prevalent during the Sultanate period. Under the Mughals 1526 यानी 1526 to 1707, the ruling class, nobility and official enjoyed privileges and led luxurious life. Women continued to suffer from social evils. सबसे ज्यादा सफर कौन कर रहा था उस टाइम पे? महिलाएं, औरतें, लड़कियां. और ये अब से नहीं, ये पहले से चला तो है. सबसे ज्यादा सफर वही करती हैं. मेल को कहीं ना कहीं प्रेफरेंस हर चीज में दी जाती है. ट्राइब्स, नोमैड्स एंड itinerant groups. A tribe view historically or developmentally consists of a social group existing before the development of or outside of states. Some scholars have used the term to signify an ethnic group that was not organized around urban centers. Nomads and itinerant groups are communities of people that move with cattle from one place to another rather than settle down permanently in one location. Many cultures have been traditionally nomadic, but traditional nomadic behavior is increasingly rare in industrialized countries. There are three kinds of nomads: hunter-gatherers moving between hunting grounds, pastoral nomads moving between pastures, and peripatetic nomads offering their skills and crafts. The terms nomads and itinerant communities are often used interchangeably. State formation and tribal societies. Indian tribals are called Adivasis, meaning original inhabitants. They are also called Atavika, forest dwellers, Vanvasis of Girijans, hill people. In the medieval period, tribals and nomads forms a sizable part of the population. So, some of these tribal groups came in contact with the new development in medieval Indian society. Gradually, they changed their lifestyle, began to lead a settled life and adopted new agriculture techniques. Some tribal groups also gained political and economic power. They had control over key trade routes and forest resources. The Gonds and Ahoms were two such powerful tribal type of nomads. Nomads are people who do not have permanent residence. They move from one place to another to earn their livelihood. Many of them are pastoralists who roam from one pasture to another with their flocks and herds. Nomadic pastoralists moved over long distances with their animals. They lived on milk and other pastoral products. They also exchanged wool, ghee, etc. with settled agricultures for grain and utensils and other products. They have bought and sold these goods as they move from one place to another, transporting them on their animals. The Banjaras were the most important trader nomads. Their karma was called Tanda. Alauddin Khilji used the Banjaras to transport grain to the city markets, and they also carried grains for Mughals during military campaigns. तो जो वो था ना, क्या नाम है, अलाउद्दीन खिलजी, वो बंजारा जो ट्रांसपोर्ट था वो यूज करता था सबसे ज्यादा. Many pastoral tribes reared and sold animals such as cattle and horses to the prosperous people. Sometimes mendicants acted as wandering merchants. There were castes of entertainers who performed in different towns and villages for their livelihood. The Gonds. The name Gond comes from the Telugu word Konda, which ये एक प्रजाति है एक तरह की, which means a hill. The hilly region was inhabited by the Gonds. They practiced shifting cultivation. The Gonds are one of the largest, most powerful and popular tribal communities in central India. Today, groups of Gonds are found in central India that include parts of Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, eastern Maharashtra, northern Andhra Pradesh and western Odisha. Historically, the land of the Gonds is called Gondwana. There are several subgroups among the Gonds. The Gonds have been mentioned in Akbarnama, the history of the Akbar's reign. The Gond state. The Gond region was ruled by the Rajput dynasties. They ruled from 6th to 12th centuries. So, Gond kings were very powerful as compared to other Hindu kings of the neighboring kingdoms. The medieval concept of a decentralized administrative system was popular with the Gonds. The kingdom was divided into Gards. Each Gard was under a particular Gond clan. This was further divided into units of 8 villages called Chaurasi. The Chaurasi was further subdivided into Barods. Each Barod was made up of 12 villages. Each Gond chiefs were not satisfied with their tribal status and wanted to be recognized as Rajput. Thus, they married into Rajput families. Aman Das, the Gond Raja of Katanga, assumed the title of Sangram Shah. His son Dalpat Shah married Princess Durgavati, the daughter of Salbahan, the Chandela Rajput Raja of Mahoba. Dalpat died early, and at the time his son Bir Narayan was just 5-year-old. Rani Durgavati was a capable queen and started ruling on the behalf of her minor son. Under the rule of Rani Durgavati, the kingdom flourished and became more extensive. Akbar the Great asked her to accept Mughal suzerainty, but she refused in 1565. The Mughal force under Asif Khan attacked Gad Katanga. Rani Durgavati was defeated. She along with her son fought bravely but didn't survive the battle. तो क्या वो जो रानी दुर्गावती थी वो उसमें युद्ध में सरवाइव नहीं कर पाई और अकबर से उनका युद्ध हुआ था. गढ़ कटंगा was a wealthy state. It had accumulated its wealth from trapping and exporting wild elephants. The Mughals, after defeating Gonds, gained many precious coins and elephants. The Gonds were weakened and couldn't recover their past strength and glory. Later, the Marathas and Bundes crushed their remaining power by the 18th century. The Ahoms. ये अलग-अलग तरह की प्रजातियां हैं यहाँ पे. The Ahoms are part of the Shah tribe. They belong to the region of Assam, which is presently a northeastern state. In the 13th century, the Ahoms migrated to the Brahmaputra Valley from present-day Myanmar. They were tough warriors, and created a new state by suppressing the older political system of the landlords. They annexed and defeated several tribes, such as tribe of CH-5. They were defeated by Mughals, but Mughals couldn't maintain their control over the Ahoms for long. By 1660s, they could even make high-quality gunpowder and cannons. The Ahoms subjugated many tribes and established a large states. Ahom society was divided into clan और खेल, दो ग्रुप में बटी हुई थी. ये भी अकेल कंट्रोल सेवरल, जो खेल वो थी समुदाय, उसने बहुत से गांव को कंट्रोल में ले रखा था. इट हैड डिफरेंट कास्ट, वो विभिन्न प्रकार की जातियां थी. द एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन शोड decentralization of power. The Ahoms worshipped their own tribal gods. Hinduism was adopted by many, but they didn't give up their traditional beliefs. Ahoms patronized poets and scholars. Rudra Singh, 1696 to 1714, was the most powerful Ahom ruler. The Ahom state depended on forced labor. The forced laborers were called packs. Every villages had to send packs in rotation. Population was managed by shifting people from more populated villages to less populated ones. In Ahom society, poets and scholars were given importance, and several important work of Sanskrit were translated into local language. So the all topics are covered in this chapter here. I hope you all are very well understand and enjoy it. So we will meet you next class. Thank you.